Hey guys, back again with another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to clean your throttle body on a 4.7 liter V8 Jeep Laredo. It's potentially pretty easy. What you're going to want to start with is you have a couple straps on your airbox located right here, and the other one is a little bit more difficult to get to. That's located right there. So what you're going to do is you want to take a screwdriver, flathead, and you're going to want to go ahead and loosen up your strap. It's very simple actually. Like I said, make sure you have a flathead. Usually some of them might be hex, but most of them are generally all flathead. So go ahead and loosen that strap up back there. I always start with the hardest thing first, that way I get it out of the way. Wasn't very hard, but much more difficult to get to than this one right here. So go ahead and take that off as well. So at this point, you could just go ahead and pop off the hose for your airbox. And again, you're gonna have another couple bolts holding the airbox on. There's one located down here, it's a 10 millimeter. There is another located on the other side, which is also a 10 millimeter. Not very hard to get to. So I'm gonna grab my set over here and make sure you guys always have your parts ready. It just makes it a lot easier. So got your ratchet, got your extension. Just go ahead and pop that on there. Like I said, it is a 10 millimeter. So get your 10 millimeter. What you're going to want to do is, like I said, I like to start with the hardest thing first. So this one's a little more difficult to get to. You can actually take the hose off all the way if you would like to. But I'm just going to move it out of the way just a little bit just so I can reach it. So just go ahead and get that on there. Loosen it up. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand while I'm holding the camera, but I'm going to go ahead and set it down. You guys get the idea so far. So there's a bar that goes over the top of the air filter and the intake manifold. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get the air filter off after you take the bolts out, but it's not too bad. You know, another important thing to do is make sure you have something to put all of your, your nuts and bolts and all of your parts into that you're taking off the vehicle. You don't want to lose them. Some people take shit apart and they're like, oh, I have all these extra parts. Well, they're not extra parts. They're parts that you didn't put back on, but you took off. So make sure you have a spot to put them. That one's off there. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side now. Okay. So after you get this other one off here, you'll be good to go. You should be able to pop the airbox right off. Like I said, there's this safety bar over top of the intake manifold and the airbox. So you're gonna want to pull it up a little bit and just kind of give it a little twist. And also make sure that you unclip this plug right here. It's really simple. Just push it in and pull. Comes right off. No biggie. So there's your airbox. Here's your carburetor / throttle body. I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle now. You're gonna wanna do this while it's started. You don't wanna spray carb cleaner in your carb while it's off because it'll be harder for you to start it. So here's your throttle body / carburetor. Here's the carb cleaner. Potentially all the carb cleaner is the same. Really doesn't matter what you get. You know, it's all has ether in it. So what you're gonna want to do is you're not gonna want to spray a bunch of it in there because it'll kill the engine. So just spray a little bit at a time. And I mean, you can kind of hear the engine bog out when you're spraying it, but it's just doing its job. So just kind of spray a little in there to get it going. Got the throttle cable right here. You kind of open up the carburetor a little bit. So you're gonna want to open it up. Just kind of get some in there. You can hear it bog out. The trick is not to spray too much in there, otherwise it'll kill it. See? I mean, that's a fast and efficient way to clean the carburetor. You know, another way is to take the whole, take the throttle body off itself, which really isn't that hard. There's a couple plugs here, a couple bolts. I can show you guys that in another video if I need to. Your oxygen cable is right here. You just pull the plug out. You know what I mean? It's a T cable, so it tees off right here. So if you guys have any questions, I'll leave my email below.